These are the top 5 switches you should be buying at Milktooth this July 2026, starting with my Thaki pick, the Keylin V2. Keygeek is known for making some of the deepest sounding switches out there, and the revamped Keylins are perfect proof of that. Both the top and bottom housings are made from nylon, which is crucial because softer plastic soaks up the higher pitched frequencies. So when using the Keylins, I find a deep, muted, creamy sound signature. Then there's the feel. The UPE stem paired with Keygeek's top tier factory lube makes every keystroke feel completely frictionless. And if you're a lighter typist, you're going to love these. They bottom out at just 42 grams, making them lighter than nearly 90% of every switch on the market. Here's the sound test. The Waverider V2 is one of my favorite tactiles from HMX. The reason is simple. These Waveriders are engineered by the same team behind the game-changing Type Rs, a switch that features zero linear travel whatsoever, making it a 100% tactile switch. The Waverider V2 takes a different approach to the hypertactile concept though. You still get a pronounced, sharp, capital P-shaped tactile bump, but with a longer 3.8mm travel distance compared to the Type R's 3mm, so there's noticeably more travel here. These also sound quite a bit brighter and clackier than the Type R's. So if you want that hyper-tactile feel with a livelier sound signature, the Waverider V2 is the one to go for. Here's the sound test. My silent tactile pick is the Gateron Oil King Silent Tactile, the newest member of the Oil King family. Quick background. The original Oil King is a silky smooth linear that leans deep and muted. This one keeps that exact character but drops in a big, sharp tactile bump, so it feels snappy under your fingers. That deep sound comes straight from the materials. Just like the Keylins, these use a nylon top housing to absorb high frequency noise, and that's why every Oil King leans deep and muted in the first place. Now take a look at the stem and you'll spot a white rubberized band running along the sides. That's a big departure from anything we've seen on this channel before. Almost every silent switch puts its dampeners on the bottom of the stem, right where it strikes the housing. Gateron moves theirs to the sides instead. As a result, I find a bottom out that doesn't have a mushy, marshmallowy feel that turns so many people off silent switches. Take a listen to the sound test. My silent linear pick of the month is the Litchik's Twilight. To see what makes it special, we've got to open it up. Inside, there's a custom-made stem fitted with a special silicone silencer. This is Litchik's equivalent of a non-mushy silencing mechanism, and I find it works just as well as Gateron's. The plush bottom out is really nice. Moreover, these are lighter than over 90% of switches out there, so they're perfect for long typing sessions. Here's the sound test. The final switch is unlike anything else on the market, and the reason comes down to one tiny piece, the stem post. Look behind any switch and that post is the exact same color as the bottom housing, but not on the egg yolk. Here, it's noticeably darker because it's made from a completely different material, and that one piece is what makes this the crispiest, clackiest switch HMX has ever made. Getting here was anything but a straight line. HMX pioneered the clacky switch, but lately they'd hit a ceiling in how clacky a switch could get. They ended up discovering an extremely clacky sounding material called S1, but it was so hard and brittle, it cracked the latches right off the housing every time you pulled a switch out. HMX then invented something previously thought impossible. They created molds and engineered a bottom housing where they can use the ultra clacky S1 material exactly where it matters for sound, with a more conventional material for the rest. Pair that with a hardened M2 stem and a Teflon laced polycarbonate top housing, and you get a signature HMX clack, but rounder, fuller, and livelier than anything before it. This is the most game-changing switch I've used in a long time. So here's the sound test for the egg yolks. Now, here are back-to-back sound tests for the switches we talked about today. But if you want to learn more about the game-changing Oil King lineup that includes the silent tactiles we talked about earlier, make sure to watch this video here. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.